Everyone log into Charms. If this is the first time you've logged into Charms, you'll do these steps. Go to charmsoffice.com up here, and it will automatically get you to this website. If you see this side, Teacher Helper, you want to go to Parent Student Member. We then type in our school code, Helias, Catholic, band, no spaces. There do not need to be capital letters here, although if capital letters help you tell the difference and stay on track spelling, that's fine. We click Enter Parent Area, and we can now see the public calendar. You can send an email to staff if you can't get in anywhere past here. And I don't have anything in handouts and files, but we might use that at some point. If we ever have a trip where we're tracking everything through Charms, instead of using the tour company, Trip Chaperones would put in something over here, but as it is, you don't need to do that because that will all be through the Bob Rogers Travel website. So here, for the first time, your password is your ID number. So I have an ID number here that I gave myself for an account. And once I put that in, I click Enter. It says, now change your password. So I type in that ID number one more time. And it's an alphanumeric ID number. And then you have to make up something. Password must be minimum 8 characters, alpha and numeric, and 1 capital letter, but no special characters, so no exclamation points. So there we go. We have to create a password hint. I always put in band. It can be a hint that actually makes sense with your password, or it can be just a random word, but something must go in this field. Now we click change password, and we are in. If you see this, you have made it. Now we can access the calendar. One of the best parts about this is sync calendar. You go up here and it gives you directions for an iPhone or Android, or if you still use either one of these two, you can do that. But you follow these directions and it will show up on your iPhone native calendar, or if you use Google Calendar, then use the Android option because that will show up in the Google Calendar. So we go back home and we look here. We can email staff, we have the online store. Finances, this will tell you if there's any charges for your student and how to pay. You say pay fixed payments if you want to pay an amount in full. If you want to pay partial payments, you say make miscellaneous payment. You'll see this screen. And this is actually going through a payment company called Affinipay. This is not through Charms, but you can only pay on a website, on a web browser and a computer. We can't do this through an app. So we'll go back home. The other thing here that is really helpful is update info. So I had to change my last name to Jones because I already have an account with my last name in it, but I can't log in like a first time anymore. But we make sure that the address, phone, cell phone needs to be in for every student, and the email for each student. Okay. Then t-shirt size, if we're all using this, it helps for things like central bank. If there's a food allergy, your polo size, which is different than your t-shirt size because these are men's and ladies' polos, and your parish really will help. Now, this is all for the student. To go down here, add new adult. We can add many adults, and you can copy address info, home phone things from the student to the adult, whether it's a parent, grandparent, step-parent, anything like that. And you can tell the program, who the relation is. Interests that you have. If you have interests of any things like this, you click these little sliders and that will help. You can have emails sent to 2 different locations for you if you would like, or you can only get them in one location. I would rather both parents be in here, but if one parent doesn't want the emails, don't list anything in the email column and it won't go to you. But this is far easier to access when we are away from school than it is to try to get into fax, web. And then you finish by clicking the update, and then your information is there. The best part about this is if your cell phone number has to change or your email changes, if you go in and make this change and click update, I could be 5 seconds away from sending an email. It will go to the new address, not the old one. You don't have to run every change through Mr. Higgins or I. And that should be all you need to get into Charms.